Potential by Paul Christensen. Scene 1. At the pizza shop on a Saturday, Adrian walks in casually and swipes his employee badge to clock himself in for his shift. Question: what would this look like? Question: what might it reveal about Adrian's attitude toward his job? Line 2. Mr. Burleson, approaching Adrian. What time is it? Adrian, looking at the clock. About noon. Mr. Burleson, and your shift started at... Adrian, 11. Mr. Burleson, right, so... Question: what do the ellipses, or dots, at the end of Mr. Burleson's lines indicate? Line 7. Adrian, had things to do. 8. Mr. Burleson, and Russell had twice the things to do because you weren't here on time. Again. Adrian, I'll try to get here on time tomorrow. Question: what idea about Adrian does this line continue to develop? Line 10. Mr. Burleson, about that. Let's go chat in the office. Stage directions. Mr. Burleson and Adrian walk to the back of the shop. Mr. Burleson pats Russell on the back as he squeezes by him. Question: who is Russell? Question: what does Mr. Burleson patting Russell on the back reveal? Line 12. Mr. Burleson, reading from a file. Late today, late 2 days ago. Question: why do you think Adrian is so surprised Mr. Burleson has a file on him? Line 13. Adrian, leaning in. Minor infractions. And seriously, you have a file on me? Mr. Burleson, I have a file for every employee, and your file has become as thick as an epic novel. Connie's files show she picked up your shift last week when you didn't show up and couldn't even be bothered to call in. Question: what do the words "as thick as an epic novel" imply? Line 15. Adrian, trying to lighten the mood. Connie would do anything for a few coins. She has an online shopping addiction. For purses, mostly. Question: what do the stage directions and dialogue in line 15 suggest about Adrian's motives? Line 16. Mr. Burleson, that's not the point. Connie is a stand-up gal. I'm lucky to have her, and Russell, since I can't count on... Question: the author uses ellipses again, or the dots, when Mr. Burleson is speaking. What effect does this have on his conversations with Adrian? Question: what type of conversations have you had that remind you of Mr. Burleson and Adrian's conversations? Line 17. Me. To be on time. I get it already. Trying again to lighten the mood. But now we're just wasting time. I could be out there delivering pizzas and using my charm and wit to snag big tips. Question: what does this dialogue suggest about Adrian's opinion of himself? Line 18. Mr. Burleson, pointing in file. That's right here. Complaints that the pizzas arrive cold. Adrian: I think I know what that was. I saw Malcolm hanging out at the burger parade, and he motioned me over, so I chatted with him, but it was only for a few minutes. Mr. Burleson: complaints, with an S. Multiple complaints, Adrian. We've talked about this, and 2 days ago, we reached an agreement, complete with a handshake, that you would not be late again. So I'm sorry, but on the grounds of insubordination and a breach of an oral contract, I'm going to have to let you go. Adrian: huh? Looking around. Am I on one of those prank shows? Question: why do you think Adrian is so surprised he was fired? Line 22. Mr. Burleson, walking Adrian out. Just put your badge on the counter. Adrian: but I promise this time. Mr. Burleson: I'll get your last paycheck to you. I know where to find you. Question: dialogue can be very purposeful, and in some cases, it may not make sense in the moment. In these instances, the dialogue is often foreshadowing an event in the future and help the reader make predictions about what is to come. What dialogue in lines 21 through 24 seems almost unnecessary? Underline it. What prediction or guess can you make about why the author included the dialogue? Line 25, curtain closes, end of scene 1.